An exhibition called The Spinning Wheel in honor of Steve Ben Israel was curated at Brick House in Brooklyn throughout January 2016. Who was Steve Ben Israel?
So the exhibition that we're standing in is actually curated by Steve Ben Israel's son, Baba Israel. And the exhibition is looking at his father through a son's eyes. And Steve Ben Israel was an artist, activist, living in Brooklyn and working in Manhattan. And he's most known for his work with the Living Theater, which was an avant-garde theater in Manhattan. And what you see in the exhibition is really about Steve's belief in art can change the world. So his theater performances, his stand-up comedy, his poems, all had to do with this overriding idea of art as purposeful, as a way to speak about the people and about political and social wrongs.
Many wonder why the exhibition was called The Spinning Wheel.
The Spinning Wheel is a poem that Steve Ben Israel wrote, and there's I can show you the text right over here, and it's again Steve's interest in poetry. He did a lot of stand-up. The Spinning Wheel is a title that is referenced throughout both the performance and the exhibition. And truthfully, I don't exactly know, other than this idea of the constant movement, the constant changes that are happening, this idea of a wheel spinning.
As the oldest experimental theater group in the United States, founded in 1947, the Living Theater was an imaginative alternative to commercial theater.
As an avant-garde theater, so very different from more mainstream theater, and really had this kind of anarchist mission where the plays that they put on were very much about political activism, about political and social issues of the time. The Living Theater started in Manhattan, but then caused so much of a stir that they were shut down many times, and then moved to Europe and as well to Brazil.
Apart from being a prominent member of the Living Theater, there is so much more to remember about Steve Ben Israel.
The real important thing about this exhibition is the father-son relationship, right? So the curator of this exhibition is the artist's son, and trying to understand that relationship is really important into understanding the kind of larger scope of different generations. Part of the exhibition and the performance goes into detail about how Steve's life was very much tied to the 60s and 70s, this idea of art and activism and change and the belief that those things are tied together, whereas today and the son's life and his generation is very much about violence and almost the pessimism involved in not really feeling like art can make that sort of change. And so I think the takeaway for this show is the teachings of a father to a son.
The Spinning Wheel is just one of many events taking place here at Brick House till the end of spring. Punctuated with other events including Wavy Gravy, Saint Misbehaving, the month-long exhibition wrapped up with a party dominated by various dance performances.
Leo, welcome back from Mexico. Just got back in town. So I want to just give a big shout to all the senior break and thank you. And tonight is a bittersweet night because it's the end of this process, and it's I think we had across all the events we had over 1,200. Other thing I want to highlight tonight is at the end of this movement, we're going to invite you to be part of a closing ritual for this project. This project is known as the Spinning Wheel, and tonight we're closing with the winning spiel.
Lines to hone your skills on, but dancers, we tend to rehearse, take class, and there's something about trying something in front of a live.
Because something new just going.
Then there was the closing with the winning shield, where the audience was invited to take part.
Vibe in, join the altar here. We can all grab hands and follow these lovely ladies right here. What we can do is, let's try to make one circle all the way. Don't let the circle be a circle. A unique shape is cool. This is totally non-conventional. So, ready? Here we go. You can close your eyes if you like. All right, in. Feel the air moving through you. We're alive here. It's beautiful. We're creating. Feel the hand above us. No one is below us. No one behind us. No one in front of us. I got you. So feel the air flowing. Feel the collective soul, the collective energy flowing through. As you breathe deep, observe your thoughts, let them flow through you. No need to hold on to any anchor, let it all flow through. Feel the air going in your belly, breathe up, up by your head, and back down through your toes. For the ritual to begin, you must get in your skin. For the ritual to begin, you must get in your skin. After this ritual, we shall never be the same. No, after this ritual, we shall never be the same. So we are in this beautiful, beautiful space honoring Steve Ben Israel. And Steve Ben Israel spoke of seances to contact the living, which we are. Alive. As we said before, we are alive. So I'd like everyone to let your hands go. We're going to all turn around to absorb this beautiful exhibit of his life and his work. Take your time, spin around, absorb it in. We're going to do this together. There's no right or wrong note. Just whatever sound we're making, we're going to create this collective sound together. And come back down. Remember to keep breathing. Right.
Slowly start breathing into your heart. Imagine that you can breathe with your heart. What place inside you is not alive? What is keeping you from feeling alive? Anger, self-judgment.
Spinning into the spill. Spin, baby, spin. Spill, baby, spill. Spinning is revolutionary. We are water. We are fluid. Spinning is revolutionary. Sewing is revolutionary. Revolve the circle. Spinning is revolutionary. In the Indian independence, Gandhi said everyone should own a spinning wheel so they could fit their own clothing.
Oy, what is it with the spinning and the revolutionary and everything? What is this? I mean, I thought there was going to be clutching and stretching. I mean, okay, this is very, very beautiful. I really enjoy it, but I mean, I thought there was like clutching. No, something more. I mean, this beautiful, look at all this with Steve in Israel. I mean, I just find it so beautiful, but I think there needs to be a little bit of movement. Don't you agree? I mean, no? I mean, okay, beautiful. So what are we doing? We're stretching. Okay, the next one, I have a calling. The next one now, get your hands here in front of you. Look at your hand. We're alive. Oh, do you feel it? Do you feel the tension? Oy vey. Oy vey. Oh, no, you're beautiful. Now the next one. La-di-do, la-di-do, la-di-do. La-di-do, la-di-do.
Caught up with Baba Israel, the son of Steve Ben Israel and curator of the exhibition project. Why did you come up with this idea of putting on this exhibition?
So, my father was a big influence and inspiration on me as an artist and as a father and a person. And so I wanted to do something to tribute and to bring his life and his journey as an artist into Brooklyn, into his birthplace. And we did this exhibition and we did a theater piece and a festival. And it's been wonderful to see the positive reaction and people from his community and people who are new.
Steve Ben Israel.
So my father grew up in Brooklyn, and he started as he's a son of a child of immigrants from Russia and Poland. And so he wanted to start his own life, and he became very inspired by jazz music, became a jazz musician, and then he worked as a stand-up comic in the Village. And then he met the Living Theater and went on a journey with them across the world, and then had me with my mother Pamela, and became a solo performer, and raised me to be an artist and to express myself, and always taught me that if you see things in the world that are wrong, to speak up about them and to use your creativity.
What do you want people to take away from this exhibition?
I want people to realize that the forces in the world that are oppressive, whether it's Donald Trump or whether it's the violence of police or whatever we might see out there in the world, that we have to gather as a community, and we have to affirm a different way of being through creativity, through community, through humor, through art, through poetry and theater and music. And so I hope this exhibition will activate people and inspire them. We've had over 1,200 people come and experience this exhibition, probably even more than that, and the feedback has been very positive and uplifting, so I'm smiling on the final night, and we had a great closing ritual from our artist Monique Mizrahi, and the spinning wheel, baby.